We got Lynx versus Liberty. Before we get to that, I do want to talk about the semifinals, wrap up the semifinals real quick. On the Liberty side, I thought they just was too big for the Aces. I thought Jackie Young was bad. I thought Chelsea Gray was bad here and there. Kelsey Plum had some bad shooting nights, and they were just too small. You had Alicia Clark guarding Breonna Stewart, and then they took the ball out of Sabrina's hands and they let Breonna Stewart facilitate. Then they let Sabrina get the cooking. And I thought Breonna Stewart and Sabrina played amazing. I actually thought Asia Wilson didn't play her best in game four. But all in all, it was a pretty good series. I do think the Aces, they need to retool. I think you're gonna have to choose between Jackie Young and Chelsea Gray, or probably get rid of them both. You do have that guard. Damn, I forget that guard's name that they got. And then they got Kate Martin. Dang, I forget what it's gonna grind my gears, but I can't remember the guard they had just drafted. Is it Deja Fur? Diasha Fur? I think so. But they got Diasha Fur and they got Kate Martin. So I think you could afford to let Jackie Young or Chelsea Gray or both walk and bring some size in, because I don't like Asia Wilson at the four going against John Quill Jones. I just really didn't like that, man. She has to work too hard for her bucket. So I think they need to add some size. Uh Now Minnesota just, hey, they went to war. Nafisa Collier is proving herself to be a superstar. I think she's the second best player in the WNBA. If it wasn't for the dominant season Asia Wilson had, Nafisa Collier had action for that MVP. But whatever, she got depoy, which was okay. But they beat the Sun, and I think the Sun was a tougher matchup than the Aces, if I'm just being honest. The Sun had the third best player in the WNBA, and Alyssa Thomas, who I think is like a Draymond Green with some better scoring. And they had Dewana Bonner, Marina Mabry was really good for them. And I just think the Sun are tough, like literal tough. They're a tough team. So this was a tough task. Everybody, and I do think in game five they went away from what worked for them in game four. That small ball lineup when you took Bree Jones out of the game, and then you went small with Alyssa Thomas at the five, Dewana Bonner at the four, Mabry at the three, Carrington at the two, and Ty Harris at the one. I think they went away from that in game five. I don't even think they played that lineup at all in game five. So, hey, coach, I don't know. You made an amazing adjustment in game four, and you just went away from it in game five. Wow, I don't know. I don't know. But now let's preview the WNBA finals. Minnesota was 2-1 against the Liberty in the regular season, including their Commissioner Cup win, which was very impressive. That was a very impressive win in the Commissioner Cup by the Lynx. And that's when I kind of knew. I said, oh, yeah, they got action to win the championship. Like I've been saying, I think the Minnesota Lynx is the best team in the WNBA from start to bottom, like from player 1 to player 12. They don't have the names because, of course, on the Liberty side, you have the names. You have the John Quill Jones, the Sabrina Ionescu's. You got the Breonna Stewart. On Lynx, you got Nafisa Collier and the others. But like we seen in game 5 against the Sun, the Lynx, if they can get 15 plus from Kayla McBride, 15 plus from Courtney Williams, and then 20 to 25 from Nafisa Collier, they got action, bro. They got action because Kayla McBride, let's just keep it a buck. She's sometimes there. She sometimes just disappears. If she can play good, if Kayla McBride and Courtney Williams can match the production of Sabrina Ionescu, we know Nafisa Collier is going to match Breonna Stewart, if not outplay her. If they can do that, and then you got your other role players to get their points, you got Heidemann, you got Carlton, you got Alana Smith, If they can get their buckets, but you have a big three, if Courtney Williams and Kayla McBride can really be star level players next to Nafisa Collier, I would pick the Lynx to beat the Liberty. But if that doesn't happen, I think the Liberty will get this. And I do think this is going to be another 5-game series because if anything, the Liberty might get game 1 because I don't know how tired the Lynx might be. But then again, they did kind of win handedly against the Sun in game 5, so they could be rested. I don't know. Game 1, if I had to pick game 1, I probably would lean the Liberty. But if I had to pick the series, I would lean Minnesota. I do think Nafisa Collier is going to be the best player in this series. She's not better than Breanna Stewart all time, but as of right now, I'd rather have Nafisa Collier, even though Breanna Stewart had some moments against the Aces. I think Nafisa Collier is better right now. Coaching advantage. I like the Lynx coach. To get all the production she's getting out of these players that nobody expected nothing from. She's the coach of the year. I think this is her 4th time winning it. I think they got the coaching advantage. Another thing, can Minnesota hit threes? Now, if they threes is falling, just like we seen in game 5 versus Connecticut, that's a tough team to beat, boy. That's a tough team to beat. Alana Smith probably will be my X factor because who's guarding her and can she make her threes? Outside of Courtney Williams and Kayla McBride, I think Alana Smith is that their 4th player. They can kind of do a little something and give you 21 night. I think if she can do that one of these games, I think Minnesota has action. For Liberty, Jonquel, I don't think this is going to be the series for Jonquel. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I think the Liberty are kind of going to have to go small, like we seen from the Sun in game 4, and probably put Breanna Stewart at the 5, Fibich at the 4, Lainey Hamilton at the 3, if she can play, if she can go. If not, slide Sabrina to 3, put in Vandersloot. You just got to make something work because I don't think this is gonna be the series for Jonquel. It's too much speed and it's too many players that can stretch out the defense. I'm picking Minnesota, bro. Even though I got Liberty winning game 1, I think the Lynx will win in 5. That's my prediction. And I think Nafisa Collier will be WNBA Finals MVP. I think they got that. But yeah, they're my picks, my predictions, and my thoughts and whatnot.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can look comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind, need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line, any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.